Hello and welcome to another episode of the Wrestling Group on YouTube. Today we are going to be discussing the talk of Cody Rhodes possibly getting a custom WWE Championship if and when he beats Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. So if you've looked at the internet at all over the last, say, 48 hours, then obviously you've seen reports coming through that WWE are looking to make change in the main event championship belt designs. Apparently, if according to online sources, that Triple H has approved a new design for a WWE Championship. Now, there's no report currently at the moment whether it's just going to come in and replace both championships and be a combined one. And there's no talk yet of whether it's just going to replace one of the championships that's already there, whether it be the WE or whether it be the Universal. And the only thing that we are led to believe is that there's a new championship that has been approved by Triple H, and he's happy with it, and apparently it's in the stages of already being completed. So the belt design is there, the championship is ready to go, and it is expected to debut on the Raw after WrestleMania, which has made many led to believe that it's custom for Cody. But as of yet, we're not too sure. So one thing that has been rumoured for a while now is that Triple H is not a fan of the Universal Championship. He doesn't like the design of it. He's not a fan of the belt. So he could be looking to now take that out and bring in, like say, a new championship design. Unfortunately, like say, we don't know at this current time whether it's going to be a single belt or whether it's going to be, again, two separate belts, maybe keeping the WE as is and then getting this other customised championship. But like I say, it is there that they've got this belt. It's already been created. It's been approved. It's ready to go. And there's been reports over the past week as well saying that Triple H is ready to separate the titles, or he's ready to at least focus on one belt rather than the other, and he wants it sorted by SummerSlam at the latest, as he sees it as being like the last sort of mess from Vince McMahon that's left behind. So obviously he wants to stamp his own thing on, which is brilliant. The belts have been tied up far too long with Roman. He didn't need both belts to begin with, but obviously they wanted to go down that route. It made sense at the time, but now we've just held up two belts for a very long time. You've got the next generation of superstars looking to break through and become champions. Cody's never held the big belt in WWE, so he's looking to do that himself. Then you've got Austin Theory and people like that on the way up, so it makes sense to have more than just the one belt, one on Raw, one on SmackDown like they used to do. Whether that's something they do, I'm not too sure. But anyway, if you've been online, especially if you've been on the Wrestling Group on Facebook as of late, you've seen the championship design that's floating around. I'll pop it on your screen now. The white Cody Rhodes custom winged eagle WE design. That's believed to have been fan made via the new WWE 2K23. As you can see, it hasn't got the WE logo at the top. But, it was, like I say, it's believed to be fan-made, but now, as it's picking up more and more and more and more interest, and more people are reporting this picture and showing it, and a lot more fans are looking at it now, and more people are believing that this is the championship design that Triple H has agreed upon for Cody. But at this moment in time, we are led to believe it is just fan-made from the new 2K23 game, which is what I'd seen originally. But obviously now more and more people are looking at it, different date sheets and stuff like that, and they are not trying to say, but they are suggesting it may well actually be the design that they're looking at. And to be honest with you, like, looking at the design, I don't know what you think yourself on the design. So obviously I'll pop it on the screen for you, so let me know in the comments what you think of the design. Yourself personally, if it's going to be a one-off for Cody during this time, then yeah, fine. It looks great for Cody. It suits Cody. Obviously, it's American Nightmare-esque. with the logo on the front, and that obviously it's custom for Cody, but it suits him, it suits his character anyway, it suits everything about Cody. That belt would work really well for him as a custom. There's been some customs over the years that have worked really well, and there's been some that have just been quite crap. But I think that would be a really good belt for Cody to have. But I wouldn't then want it to just revert back to the Winged Eagle afterwards if someone else wins it, and I wouldn't want everyone to get their own custom either afterwards. Otherwise, you know, you're going to have that many different belts that you're going to want made as replicas or as figure belts, or you know, you want to own in some way, shape or form. So maybe if they done it, and obviously say Cody did get this belt on the Monday after WrestleMania, and then keeps it until SummerSlam, and then maybe they revert back to the WWE design they've got now, or again a different version going forward, then yeah, fine. But I think as much as some of the designs obviously from the past are really good, like I like the big round one that they had, the WF one, or I like big gold, you know, the old heavyweight championship that Triple H had back in 2004, 2002, whatever it was that they give it to him, like similar to the WCW one. But I mean, if they're looking at pushing on into a new generation, which it looks like they're going to be doing, you know, starting to push on with Triple H supposedly in charge, and you know, pushing up the guys that he thinks should be in the right places, obviously like the likes of Cody, you know, then you don't need to revert back to old belts. As much as some of the designs are great, and it gives a lot of nostalgia to people, I mean, we just don't really need all these old belt designs coming back. I'm not a fan of the belt designs that they have now, bear in mind, but you know, the main title is the main one to start from, and then work through the others. But like I say, as a custom for Cody, I think it fits him perfect, and I wouldn't be displeased if this ended up being true and ended up being a custom WWE Championship for Cody. I think it's a good design, it's a good fit for him. I just don't want to see the Winged Eagle return completely. I just don't feel there's a need for it. If you're supposed to be pushing on for the future and the next generation, then why are you going backwards in regards to belt designs? You know, we need that sort of quality of belts, just a different design for now. You know, the belts they've had over the last couple of years have been trash. Personally, I've not liked any one of them. I don't like the Intercontinental, I don't like the US, I don't like the women's, I don't like the women's tag teams, I don't like the tag belt, I don't like any of the current designs in WWE. Even the NXT belts aren't the best anymore. I feel like the belt designs have took a hit over the last few years, when they did have some fantastic belts that they need to go and revisit. The you know, the designs and the way they picked them. The NXT UK Championship is one of the nicest looking designs I've ever seen, and probably still say it's in my top 5 belt designs of all time. Like it's gorgeous. I love that belt. I think it was superb, and they need to put that sort of time and effort into the new belts, and not just put a big W. Like, you know, also the other one that started floating around over the last 24 hours online is the other one I'll pop on your screen now. It's the merging of the two championships of the Universal Championships together, with the red and the blue on either side to be Raw and SmackDown. You know, merging them together. Again with the big W in the middle. And you know, it looks okay, looks tidy, but you're not really getting away from that design. It's not really a new championship. You're just putting the two versions of the Universal Championships together, the red and the blue. So again, I feel like you need to get away from that design if you're gonna go all out into the new generation and the next generation, or whatever it is they're looking at doing, pushing forward and pushing on, you know, under Triple H, then you need a completely new design, not just have the same design, but half red and half blue, half Raw, half SmackDown. You know, obviously that would be a belt that, you know, hypothetically that they would use if they were to just merge the titles completely, and not have two belts, would be to use this one. And then this would be like the WWE Championship or what have you. But again, you know, we are led to believe Triple H is not like the Universal Championship since it's been around, and I'd imagine that's design included. So I would not expect this one to be true. I'd expect this one to be another custom fan made thing. But I mean, if nothing else, you know, it's all fun and good to speculate, isn't it? You know what I mean? So I'm not sure if you've seen this one before. If you have, again in the comments, let me know what you think. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I wouldn't be too disheartened if they did bring it in, because to be honest with you, I think the WWE Championships have been poor for a while now, so it wouldn't really make that much difference. But I think if they did put a big thing on, bringing a new championship in for the next generation and blah blah blah, and then they're just going to give us basically what we've got, but blue and red, you know, half and half. It doesn't fit the bill of doing a big hype up. If you're basically just going to merge the two together, you might as well say nothing or leak nothing, and then like literally just turn up and go, yeah, look, two together, there's your belt. But I mean, to be honest, yeah, out of the two that I've seen over the last 48 hours online, I'd say I'd like the White Wing, the Eagle, Cody Rhodes one more. Just because it suits him, it suits his character. It's something I could definitely see him having. I can definitely see him wearing. But again, only for Cody, and then we need to look at something else. But out of the two, I'd pick the Cody one. So let me know in the comment section below, obviously, what you think of each belt design, and also let me know which one, if you had to pick between the two, which one you would choose. And yeah, so give me a comment, let me know what you think on the current state of the WWE Universal Championship, and what we're looking forward to in the future in belt designs, and if there's any others that you've seen, pop them in the comments as well. And as always, thanks for watching. Give me a like, give me a comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, and get ready for Wrestlemania. Thanks for watching.